My presentation today is about self-improvement. So if you would like, if it's under the category of hashtag self-improvement. And I believe each and every one of us, especially in the sales field, at some point in your life, whether it's like the first, the second year, you get so motivated, you want to go ahead, you want to progress in life, you want to exceed your comfort zone, you want to get up the ladder. So self-improvement is one of the things that applies to everything, whether it's in life, whether it's in business, whether it's in family, whether it's friends, etc. So to start off, I'm going to start with a brain teaser. What do you think is the common point between all of these fine gentlemen and gentlewomen? Because these are mostly CEOs. You have the CEO of Starbucks, Brooklyn, Procter & Gamble, General Motors. General Motors, by the way, is a lady. The lady is the CEO. You have Owl CEO, you have Newton Investment CEO, which is also a lady. And you have the former presidents, George Bush, the son and the father. And you have the Apple CEO, Tim Cook. And by the way, Tim Cook followed the steps of Steve Jobs in the point that I'm going to talk about. So, what do you think they all have in common? Tell us.
Waking up in the morning.
He's my neighbor, so basically he knows it's all. Okay. This is taken from, you will see the references at the end. The reference number one is from Web Insider, Business Insider website. CEO Howard Schultz of Starbucks, he says he gets up at 4:30 a.m. Imaginary, no one would ever be at 4:30 at the office, so we will talk about that later. Of course. Everything I say is beyond the Ismail. Procter & Gamble, he wakes up at 5 or 5:30, and then he be at his desk at 6:30 or 7. As for the lady of General Motors, she is before everyone 6 a.m. sharp. She's at the office. CEO of Owl gets up at 5:15. The CEO of Newton Investment is also at 5. Bush and Bush, the senior, he wakes up every day at 4 a.m. He goes for a run, and then he gets to the office at 6 a.m. Whereas the son followed the steps of his father, but basically he gets to the office at 6:45. And finally, Tim Cook, he starts sending emails around 4:30. And by the way, he wakes up at 4, he starts sending emails at 4:30, and he gets into the treadmill at 5 a.m. So basically he finishes his workout, and he's at the office at around 7:30 or 8 a.m. So imagine, just before we start, imagine these people with the amount of responsibility that they have and all of the weight of industries that they carry, they do manage to squeeze in the time for seeing their families in the morning, after they do their emails and so on. They exercise in the morning also, and they reply to all their email. They like one of the writers. I can't remember the name. He said, "Eat a live frog first thing in the morning." That meaning that you should do the hardest thing that you have early in the morning. So they get all the jargon away and they start their day fresh. So my idea of this presentation. By the way, this presentation was done starting yesterday because I was preparing a presentation about selling skills. I wanted to share what I learned about selling skills because I had the impression that we're going to do the presentations first day. So then when I saw that everything that I'm going to talk about was already mentioned, mashallah, Dr. Kamal has engulfed everything. So basically I had to change. And this is a subject that I really love. And this title was inspired by someone called Felipe Castro. You can follow him on Twitter. Also, you can see the reference at the end of the presentation. So the presentation is what I learned waking up at 5 a.m. for 21 days. And you might ask, why 21 days? I'm going to tell you why 21 days. I want to share with you the smile when I succeeded and finished the 21 days waking up 5 a.m. It takes 21 days, according to Maxwell Maltz. Maxwell Maltz was a specialist in neuropsychology. He studied the ways that a person can do and manage to adapt to change his ways of living. So basically, all of the new literature in self-improvement were following the writing of Mr. Maxwell. So it takes 21 days to form a habit. I'm going to share with you 9 points with a bonus one that basically I discovered and I went through in the process of 21 days to wake up at 5 a.m. and Thank God, I still maintain till the day, waking up at 5, sometimes 5:30, and start up my day. Basically, if I don't have a tender to quote or something urgent at the office, I go to the gym. Okay, I get rid of the gym early in the morning. So first of all, if you want to engage in such an activity, you have to have support along the way. It could be a Facebook friend, it could be a WhatsApp group, it could be a manager of yours, a friend, a neighbor, one of the family. Because if you want to change something in your life, it's always better to have a basic support. Second, never forget, if you want to go wake up in 5 or 4 or 3 a.m., you do still have to take enough sleep. So you have to sleep. People in science has said that people need sleep for about 6 to 8 hours, and it depends between individuals. Now, I know some of you might have read about people sleeping 4 hours or maybe 5 hours, but these are special cases. We people, normal people, need to sleep from 6 to 8. So if you want to go up at 5 a.m., you should sleep at 10. Let's set this straight. And we should make sure to keep a healthy balance. Because if you don't get enough sleep, you might suffer from such a case. And no one wants that. So, third point, we should eliminate all the obstacles along the way. Society in general is lazy. When you come up to someone and tell them, hey, listen, I wake up at 5 a.m., sorry, I have to sleep at 10 p.m., I can't watch with you the match today, because, well, basically Barcelona is not playing, and Real Madrid doesn't, I don't care about Real Madrid, so I'm not going to watch the Champions League. They go, oh, come on, lighten up, come on, we have to stay up late. Society is lazy. They want to stay up late, they want to wake up late, they want to go to the office late, they want to do everything slowly, they want to take the shortcuts and everything. So basically, get rid of all these distracting factors, surround yourself with positive people, this is a note on the side, and you create your own ecosystem, you adapt yourself and your surrounding to whatever you want to live and how you want to live your life. The physical condition will basically help you a lot in this process. You have to eat well, you have to exercise, following my fellow lecturing about the healthy lifestyle. And what helped me basically is that I'm not a drinker, I'm not a smoker, and I'm definitely not a friend of hookah. So basically, I live of course. And that basically thanks to my parents, because they basically raised me very tight raising. Forget about the snooze. Snooze is your worst enemy. Studies have shown that these 10 minutes, that's basically when you hit snooze, the 10 minutes that you take of sleep, thinking that basically these 10 minutes will bring you more relax and more joy of sleep, they basically will hinder your activity, meaning they will slow down your activity and your levels of cortisol. Because your body will go, it's like, are we up? Are we not up? What's the status? We're gonna go sleep? What's going on? So basically this was my idea of how I can skip snooze. First of all, I got rid of the regular alarm, and as you can see, I got one of those clocks that you get from IKEA. Those are the original clocks that go, and then you want to just smash it to the wall. And for me to reach it, I have to get up entirely to reach it. So when I get up, I'm like, come on, I gotta get up. No more sleep. Number 6. Remember, there are 9 and 1 bonus, so we're number 6. In our case, when we have a tender or we have quotations for us hard-working Gulf medical sales reps, we may finish tenders, we may finish quotations when there is no one at the office. You can't imagine the joy when you want to print tenders and there is no one waiting at the scanner or at the printer. So believe me, if at some point you came to the office at 6 a.m. and found me, please don't be surprised. Time for the gym. For those who know, I'm taking my MBA at Leicester in London. So it's a distance learning program. It's similar to the guys, what they take in the IE. So basically at night I have to study. So at some point I don't have time to go to the gym. And if I have time, I don't have the energy. This is why I really benefit from the 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes going to the gym in the early morning. And since we are blessed with fitness time that opens at 6 a.m., so if I'm there like 6 or 6:30, I can manage to squeeze in my workout with a cardio or weights, take a shower, 7:35, I'll be on my way to the office. I'll be at the office at 5 to 8, before the morning meeting. When you wake up in the morning, early and you have time to go for a jog or for a walk, believe me, you'll have a new view for the world. I didn't believe that this was here in Kuba. This picture is from Kuba, no filters. Number 9, you question yourself and you ask me, how can someone who gets up at 7 a.m. and he needs like a gallon of coffee reach the point where he wakes up at 5 a.m.? Yes, you need to have a strong will to do it. And yes, no one can give you that. No one can give you the will. No one can give you the motivation. But know this in your heart, that motivation gets you started, and then habit gets you going. And believe me, once you cross 1 month waking up at 5 a.m., it will be a piece of cake. And once you reach like 10 p.m. or 10:30 p.m., you would feel urged to sleep because you need sleep. You will enjoy sleeping for the benefit that sleep will basically keep you sane. For those who don't know, sleep is the main time where your brain processes all of the nonsense that happens during the day. So we do need sleep. Summing up, these were the 9 points, major points that I've learned in these 21 days. And for those who, I know the first idea, what is the first thought that you thought of when I was talking about waking up at 5 a.m.? Please, I want ideas. What did you think?
The most successful people in the world are the one who woke up at 5 a.m.
Don't sugarcoat it.
This is the real. This is not I'm not saying it. It's real. You can look at it.
Thank you. What I'm saying is, and I decided this year, the start of this year, when at my birthday, that really I want to take an emblem for my life. Whenever I find something that is hard, it's really tough. And that sometimes you call on the operations, you have deliveries that are late, you have a customer that is busting your ass, he wants his deliveries, endless emails, your manager is upset with you because you're late with your quotations. Know that you have to accomplish it because it's hard, and hard things are only accomplished by those who are worthy. And if it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy to overachieve, everybody would overachieve. If it was easy to wake up at 5 a.m., everybody would do it. If it was easy to be fit, everybody would be fit. If it was easy to let go of all of the nonsense and distractions of life, everybody would be successful. That being said, these are the references, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Sorry, I forgot to mention that for anyone who is interested in the slides, you can find it online on slideshare.net/Badr because it's already online. And thank you for listening. I'm happy to take any questions or suggestions about how to make my life better. And